Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here on the Wrestling Fortune 44 show. I'm saying it so I remember to upload it on that channel. I'm here to give you a WWE Elimination Chamber 2014 review. I need to turn the light on. Yeah, I'm here to give you a WWE Elimination Chamber 2014 review. I thought this was a good show. The matches I thought that were going to deliver did deliver. And I'm going to talk about that. And there was some matches, obviously, that I knew weren't going to deliver that I didn't like. So we get the kickoff. We get Josh Matthews, Mark Henry, Rey Mysterio, and The Miz on the panel. I was fine with this. They all had experience inside the Elimination Chamber, so they could at least talk about it. I thought it was kind of awkward that they didn't announce what the panel was going to be, because they usually announce it on Raw, but they didn't do it this time. So we also got on the kickoff and the show, we got JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the Kid Lawler on commentary. So the panel obviously is talking about the pay-per-view. Somebody got, and then the Real Americans are backstage, and Zeb Coulter's pumping up the Real Americans are Cesaro and Jack Swagger, by the way, and Zeb Coulter's pumping them up to win their matches. They say that they want to win their gold, that they want to win gold, and they want to win gold, and they want to make sure that America will be a safer place with two Real American champions. And then I think I'm going to see if we got anything. Did we get the kickoff match afterwards, or was it the usual thing? Okay. And then we got Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Ryback and Curtis Axel. We got Larry the Axe Kin, I think his name is. No, Larry the Axe Hinnon as the manager. So we got Curtis Axel's grandfather. I would have preferred Mr. Perfect be the manager instead, because I know him more, but he was fine too. Good. This was a good match. I think this was a good kickoff match. This was a good match to have as the kickoff. Cody Rhodes does the beautiful disaster kicks from the steel steps to Ryback. Cody Rhodes does the high cross body move he usually does. But then eventually Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads on Curtis Axel for the win. I don't think they're going to do the Cody Rhodes Goldust thing at WrestleMania. Because I think they would have built it up by now, and it kind of wouldn't make sense why they would break up now. They did like if they had lost this match and then they broke up, it would have made sense, but it really wouldn't make sense now if they broke up. I think maybe we'll get it at SummerSlam, or maybe Survivor Series, maybe Extreme Rules. But I think it's going to be like in the future. It's going to happen. Next minute. Oh, but the Usos got interviewed, and they're talking about how the New Age Outlaws are no longer going to be the tag team champions, and the Usos are Jimmy and Jay, by the way, Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso. So, and then we get to the show starts. We've got the same people on commentary, so I'm not going to talk about them. We get Big E defending the Intercontinental Championship against Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter ringside. Zeb Coulter talked about how Big E hasn't doing anything as Intercontinental Champion, and how he is that if Jack Swagger wins the Intercontinental Championship, he will defend it and do it for all of the nations. And then they say we the people. So we get the match, and I knew the match was going to be good. It was good. Big E threw Jack Swagger, which is impressive, and then Big E drove Jack Swagger into the steel steps. That was cool. And then Swagger threw Big E from the apron onto the floor. That was pretty good strength by Swagger. He clotheslined him on the outside, which looked cool. And then they started dominating. Big E went for his little clothesline move, and Swagger just kneed him in the knee and got the. I gotta get my Pepsi, but yeah, and then he got him in the ankle lock. Big E countered with the Itsuguri kick and hit the big ending for the win. Good match. Big E retains. Not surprised though. The outcome was predictable, but I thought the match was good. And then we got, I think it was the Uso. I think it was the tag team title match. Then Daniel Bryan gets interviewed and says that he's going to become the number one, that he's going to walk out of here and walk into WrestleMania as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I was expecting like the Kane of the Authority to come up and announce Bryan is going to be the first guy in the chamber, but I guess that didn't happen. And then we got the New Age Outlaws, which is the Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Usos. I told you who they were. This was a good match. Everything. I kind of went to get a drink during this match, and I was watching off the stream and was kind of like fading, so I couldn't really like see everything too much. But it was what you would expect from a good tag team match. I thought it was good. One of the Usos goes for the splash, but then gets distracted by I think it was Billy Gunn, and then Road Dogg rolls him up for the win. No, Billy Gunn I think rolled him up for the win. I really don't remember because I was kind of coming back. Billy Gunn rolled him up for the win. I think they definitely will do a rematch at Mania, but now that I think they should have done the DQ thing, because now I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe like they'll do a triple threat with the New Age Outlaws defending the championships against the Usos and the Real Americans, which I just gave away I just kind of spoiled something for you, but maybe they'll do that. We'll see, but good match, I think we'll get a better match at Mania, though. I just hope that if they do it again, that they don't put it on the kickoff, because I would want the Usos to win the tag team championships on the show. And then I think we got, Daniel Young versus Titus O'Neil. This was an okay match. O'Neil drives Daniel Young into the post, and then Michael Cole was like, he's trying to injure the man. And JBL was like, he's just trying to win the match. He's pinning him. He's winning the match. I was watching this with a buddy of mine that's also a wrestling fan. His name's Steve. I can say his name, but I won't say his last name. And he was like, he's talking about too how like JBL always makes the other two commentators, Michael Cole and Jerry the Kid Lawler, just like look like they don't know shit about wrestling. Sometimes just some of the things he says, and I was like, I think it's more Michael Cole, and then he's like, I think he does it to Jerry the Kid Lawler once in a while, and but JBL right now he's my favorite commentator all time. It's Jim Ross though. But Daniel Young hits a neck breaker on the apron, and then eventually, somehow, Titus O'Neil hits the Clash of the Titus, I think that he would call it. It's the move that he does right now. His finisher for the win. I thought it was fine. I think this was more of a SmackDown match, but I thought the build-up was pretty good in this match, and I thought they worked pretty well together. Considering that they were a tag team, so they know how to work with each other. I wonder now though where the direction is gonna go with Titus O'Neil. Is he gonna I think what people have been saying is that they're gonna have Big E defend the Intercontinental Championship against O'Neil. That would be cool. I would rather see Big E versus defending against Mark Henry. Have Mark Henry turn heel, and then Big E versus Mark Henry for the IC title. That wouldn't be a bad match. It would be a good moment. Big E getting the big ending up, Mark Henry up for the big ending. That would be cool. Then we get the panel talks about everything that happened, and they give the predictions. We get the Shield versus the Wyatt family. The Shield being Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. The Wyatt family being Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan. Good match. The fans were into it before the match. They even started fighting. I think they stopped to let us sink this in. This is gonna be, this is something special. They were chanting, "This is awesome" before the match even started. I actually thought this was awesome. That they would come in face to face. They were coming face to face, and they just didn't fight. I think they just let it was starting to sink in once they started, and then the match started, and I think the crowd went nuts. 50 of the crowd were chanting for the Shield. They were chanting for the Wyatts. And Rowan and Rollins, I think everyone worked well together in this match. Like Roman Reigns, like I can just name stuff that happened. Bray Wyatt I think he did a senton on the floor to Rollins. It was just sick. Seth Rollins did a suicide dive to I think it was Eric Rowan, and then came in and did the flying knee, and he didn't get him off it. And it just was great. I think this would have been better though if you did a tornado tag, but I think it was great the way it was too. Just so many good stuff. Some of the pay-per-view kind of started freezing, but we knew what was happening. Once Roman Reigns got the hot tag, the place went nuts. The Wyatt family had dominated Seth Rollins for a while. They were doing dirty moves. And then Roman Reigns got the hot tag, did the clotheslines. He ran away from some of the Wyatts and drop kicked. I think it was Eric Rowan because he was the legal man. And then eventually it all breaks loose. Ambrose and Bray Wyatt brawl in the crowd. Seth Rollins eventually Ambrose disappears, so Seth Rollins gets double chokeslammed by Harper and Rowan through the announcer's table. I was expecting Roman Reigns to spear one of the Wyatts through the barricade. I kind of wish that had happened, but I guess it didn't happen. And then it was just down to Roman Reigns versus the Wyatt family in a handicap match, kind of. And Harper did a spin and did a big boot to Reigns, and then he goes for the Sister Abigail, and I'm like, oh, this is over. But Roman Reigns powers out of it. It was sick. And then he does the Superman punch to Rowan. I think he did it to he threw Harper over the top rope. He did it to Bray Wyatt, and then he's about to spear Bray Wyatt for the win, but Eric Rowan takes a sacrifice, and Bray Wyatt hits that crossbody move that he does, and then hits the Sister Abigail for the win. There's one thing I forgot to mention too. When Luke Harper too did a suicide dive outside the ring, that was sick. Like he did a suicide dive. A 300-pound man did a suicide dive. Sick. And then Rollins does his typical high flying moves. That was sick. But the Wyatts win though. I kind of assumed that they were gonna win. I wanted the Shield because I think they were a better stable, but the Wyatts won. Great match though. The crowd definitely helped this match be great. Not that it wouldn't have been great, but the crowd too was really hot for this match. That's for the Shield now though. Well, actually, we know what's gonna probably happen with the Wyatt family now, but the Shield. I wonder if the Ambrose and Rollins are gonna I know this doesn't make sense. I kind of am pissed that Reigns had to take the pin, but they could be they're gonna start really fighting now. Like this is gonna be like a clash. I think they're gonna have 6-man tags, and then they're not gonna be able to work together, and they'll lose, and then Ambrose and Rollins will turn on Reigns, and they'll do a triple threat match for the U.S. title. Because I think Rollins should play a factor in this. I don't think Rollins should be a manager or nothing. I think Rollins should be in the triple threat match. That would be cool. So yeah, the Shield is gonna start destructing now. I'm kind of disappointed because I like the Shield, but I think maybe they want to have them go on their own path, and them going on their own path will be great. I think everyone is gonna benefit now. I think what a group is for is to really get obviously for the group, but I think you should get to know every individual in the group. Even though I don't like Evolution because Triple H was in the group. Evolution, you had Triple H. We already knew who Triple H and Ric Flair was, but we got Batista and Randy Orton noticed. DX, I guess you could say we got X-Pac noticed, and the Road Dogs. Legacy, though, the problem was we didn't really know some of the Legacy members. We didn't know what Cody Rhodes was capable of until after he left Legacy. We thought he was going to be the one that was going to go nowhere, but it ended up being Ted DiBiase Jr. It was kind of a shame. But yeah, I think I could not tell you which one. I think everyone's gonna go somewhere, at least with the Shield. I can see Rollins going on a mid card title runs and stuff. I could see Ambrose maybe going on like a mid-card title run. And I could also see I see Roman Reigns being big. I see Roman Reigns winning the Money in the Bank this year. That would be sick. Roman Reigns, I see him becoming the U.S. champion at WrestleMania, holding it. He loses it. No, I see he has it. Like Miz, he had it at the Money in the Bank. So when he won the Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns will too. He'll lose it to a heel, and then they'll start building up Roman Reigns to become WWE World Champion. I really want to see that happen. If it's not him, I want to see Cesaro become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. All right, so let's get to the next. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Shield. Now we got Christian interview. He's talking about how aggressive he is right now, and he's going to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. We got AJ Lee with Tamina defending her championship. She's like, well, who's there for me to face? There's no competition really. And she's like, Naomi's home with an injury because, my friend told me that Oksana had kneed Naomi in the eye. So Cameron ended up being the replacement, I guess, because I think this was supposed to be when Naomi got the championship match. AJ Lee kind of dominated. I didn't really care about this because the Naomi match is shit. And then Tamina Snuka accidentally kicks AJ Lee, and when the referee didn't see it, and Naomi was about to win the championship. No, not Naomi. Cameron was about to win the championship. Tamina puts her foot on the ropes, and then just attacks Cameron, and AJ Lee retained by disqualification. And they're kind of arguing. I think they're going to probably now do Tamina Snuka versus AJ Lee for the Divas title at Mania. I would have rather seen AJ Lee versus Lita, but it's probably not going to happen. If you do that, I have a feeling that they're gonna have AJ Lee get squashed. I just have that feeling. But if you do it, have AJ Lee actually have it be a match. Have it be like a 5-minute match. Because it won't be a squash. So yeah, that's the way I see it. Santino plays with toys. It was stupid. They did like Lost Matador stuff. I don't really want to talk about it. Then the panel talks again. I think this is the last time they talk. Oh well, it was that. Then we got Batista versus Alberto Del Rio, in a who could cares less match because Del Rio came out with a clutch and neck brace, fakes his injury, attacks Batista with the clutch before the match. The match starts. Del Rio dominates. I think the only moves Batista actually hit in this match was a spear, spine buster, Batista bomb, pin, over. Batista won the match, obviously. That's not much of a surprise. It was, I guess, so. I didn't really care about it. I didn't care about the match. I knew who Batista was winning. There was no way in the world Del Rio was winning this match. Now they're gonna start having Batista credible, kind of, because I think Batista wasn't really doing much because he couldn't really do anything with the WWE World Heavyweight Champion because they had to build up that chamber match. Let's talk about the chamber match. We got Randy Orton defending the WWE World Heavyweight Champion against John Cena, Christian, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro with Zeb Coulter as his manager, and Sheamus. Sheamus and Cesaro start the match, and they got into a brawl. I thought that was sick. Yeah, they got into a brawl. They did like some chamber spots. Cesaro jumped off the top rope and kneed Sheamus when he was on the floor and he was on the chamber floor, so that was sick. Then I think Brian's part opens, and he gets a fire going, and then Cesaro starts working over the shoulder, and then they beat him up. I think Cesaro threw Sheamus through the pod, and through the Lexian pod, and they used that Lexian pod a lot. Cesaro had body slammed him on it. Sheamus did a rolling thunder to Cesaro onto the grates, and then Christian got in the match, and he started attacking Bryan. He attacked Bryan a lot in this match. He really worked over his shoulder. He went to one of the pods, and I think the pod he was in, and closed it on Daniel Bryan's shoulder. That was sick. And then he did a tornado DDT to Bryan. Sheamus went to throw Christian into the pod, but then Christian did like the reverse DDT onto the floor again. I know it's really hard for me to remember because if I had done this review last night, I probably I think then Cena came out. Yeah, Cena came out. He would do some hot things, but he mainly kind of got dominated. He did some hot things, like he did some good things in the match. Blind Hurricane in him. Though he would get like a move, like Cesaro did the uppercut, he would kick out of it, but then Cena would do the flying shoulders and stuff. And then Cena did the back body drop onto the pods. One of the and Cesaro was, I don't know if this happened after Orton came in the match, but Cesaro went to swing Christian, and Cena clotheslined him, and he like fell, and so Christian went flying. That was sick. Trying to remember. No, okay, they don't game in the match. I'll just say that. And he just came in, started stomping away at everybody, and then he started gloating to the fans, and everybody gets up. And Cesaro, Sheamus, everyone's staring him down, and Orton gets back in the pod, and Cesaro stops Bryan from going after him, and then I think Christian stops Cena. One part in this match too I also liked is when Cena with Sheamus and Cesaro Cena, Bryan, and Cesaro just got into like a brawl. They all brawled. There was a point where everybody was started brawling in this match. That was cool. And then, Orton came in the match, and when he went back in his pod, Sheamus had broke kicked the pod, and then went and got Orton and beat the crap out of him, but Christian stopped him before he could really do any damage. Cena did his comeback, but then Cesaro did the 5-knuckle shuffle and is about to eliminate him, but Cesaro stopped him from eliminating him, and he went to swing Cena, but he didn't get swung. And then he swings Orton, I think he did it 37 times. Eventually, Orton and then Cesaro suplex Sheamus from inside the ring. Sheamus went to do the high cross to Christian, and then he went back on one of the pods, and Sheamus tried to get him, and then Randy Orton came in and superplexed Sheamus off the turnbuckle, and then Christian did the frog splash off the pod onto Sheamus, which was sick, and eliminated him. I thought that was cool. I think we're going to get Christian versus Sheamus in Mania, because it seems like that they've really been kind of butting heads as of late. And then Bryan from out of nowhere hits the flying knee on Christian and eliminates him. And then we're down to Cena, Cesaro, Bryan, and Orton. Cena and Cesaro fight, and Bryan and Orton fight. Cesaro goes for the neutralizer, Cena counters, and he goes for the AA, but Cesaro's holding onto the ropes, and he just AJs him onto the Lexiglan glass while the pod's on it, and then puts him in the STFU, and Cesaro taps out. And then we get Bryan and Cena face off, and they fight for a bit. And then the Wyatt family thing goes off. They're in the ring, they attack. Harper lays out Bryan with the boot, and they attack Cena. Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail on Cena. They leave the match, and Randy Orton covers him and eliminates Cena. And then Kane comes out and tells them to leave to check on Cena. Bryan dives on Kane, and then Orton throws Bryan into like the pod, but it wasn't like the whole pod, it was like the corner. And then he went to do the DDT off the top rope, but Bryan fought back, and Randy Orton was in the tree of woe, and he did 3 drop kicks to him. And then Orton did the TDT, Bryan kicked out of it. Then Orton went for the RKO, Bryan did the flying knee, and was about to win the match, but Kane stopped him. And then Bryan took out Kane. Orton hit the RKO, and I actually thought this was going to be it. But Bryan kicked out of it. It was like, oh, maybe he will win. I was hoping. He hit the S-kick. Kane did the uppercut, and Orton hit the RKO for the win and retained the championship. I know I picked him to win, but I did not want him to win. I wanted him or Bryan. Because now we're going to see Randy Orton defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Batista. Me and my friend Steve were talking about this last night. Everyone's just going to be He was like, they want them both to lose. They're not going to want anybody to win. They're going to be silent. The fans are going to shit on that match. It's not a fucking good match. That's just my opinion. We think, though, that Brock Lesnar's going to come out and want to be in the match. And make it a triple threat. Randy Orton defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Brock Lesnar and Batista. Because we were hoping because Brock Lesnar said that he wants the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I hope they do that because Randy Orton versus Batista was not a WrestleMania match. It's not. It's just a regular match that you would see on like a pay-per-view like Extreme Rules. Like a pay-per-view like that. I don't want to see Randy Orton versus Batista though. They have a good story, I'll admit, but it's just no. I don't want to see it. We've seen it before. I would have rather seen Bryan versus Batista, but no. But yeah, now I think we know what's kind of gonna start to happen at Mania. This was the final pay-per-view before Mania. I will say I like the show. This show wasn't bad. The Elimination Chamber was good. The Shield versus the Wyatts was good. I did like Big E versus Jack Swagger. That was a pretty good match. I like the New Age Outlaws versus the Usos. That was pretty good. Daniel Young and Titus O'Neil was an all-right match. It was just a SmackDown match though. The kickoff match was good for a kickoff match. It wasn't bad. AJ Lee, I didn't like the Divas match and the Batista Del Rio match. So yeah, but now they're gonna start the build to WrestleMania though. They're probably gonna do John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I kind of would rather see John Cena versus Undertaker because I hear since the network is actually off right now. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm getting that today. When my dad's girlfriend gets home. Anyhow, John. I would rather see him versus Taker because I think Taker's returning tonight on Raw. What else? Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Hopefully that's gonna be a squash match because Triple H can't fucking wrestle. Obviously Undertaker's match. We're gonna get the Shield probably in a triple threat for the U.S. title. Tag title match. I would want them to do a triple threat tag title match this year. So yeah, I think they have a lot in store for the Mania this year. This is gonna be the big show. Hulk Hogan's returning tonight too to host WrestleMania. That's cool. We get to actually see like the real Hulk Hogan tonight, not the TNA Hulk Hogan. I think Hulk Hogan being in WWE is gonna work a lot better because he can be the Hulk Hogan from WWE and he won't be the attention. Tonight probably he will be. I actually forgot to mention too. They were really high on Wade Barrett tonight. It's like they took like Bad News Barrett. It's like they took like a drug that was called Bad News Barrett. Because they did like a bunch of bad news. Like he talked about the Olympics. They were in Minnesota, so he talked about the NFL team, the Vikings. He talked about he trashed the network saying that people are gonna get fat and stuff. So that was funny. I want to see him wrestling again though. I wonder if he'll have a match at Mania against Big E for the IC title or something. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back to do my Raw review tonight. I can't wait to watch Raw. We get to see Hulk Hogan and hopefully Undertaker. That would be great. Don't do a Hulk Hogan versus Undertaker at Mania. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Click on all the stuff down below and peace out.